Everyone, welcome to the second part of resource development. This is the second part in which we are going to learn about development of resource along with sustainable development, then resource planning, its stages in India and resource conservation. So let us go with the first portion, that is development of resource. As I always say, dear students, we should understand the topic. So now by this time we have completed what is resource and what are its types, like this reserves and all we have completed. So now coming to the second part, that is development of resource. Before we go to the development of resource, we should know why do we need to develop the resource. What is the meaning of the term development is? Yes, the term development is meaning to modify something in a better way. And when this development is added with resource, that means what? The modification of resources in a better way is called as development of resource. Very simple. So here comes the question, why do we need to develop the resources? See, resources are something which are there to fulfill our needs. But when we develop them, then we add more value in them. They become more valuable to us with some better usability. So here, that is why we need to go for development of resource. But some of the resources are exhaustible in the nature. They are limited in the nature. They don't have any substitutes too. So we need to be little serious. We need to be little cautious while using them. So here that portion is given. Let us go what is written here. Resources are vital for human survival as well as for the maintaining of a quality of life. Yes, that's true. In order to maintain a quality life, it is necessary for us to develop the resources. But it was believed that the resources are free gifts of nature. My dear students, resources are free gift to us only to fulfill our needs. But when our need the fulfillment of our need is over, then the free quota of nature for us is also over. When we start using the nature to fulfill our greed, then that is not our free quota anymore. For that we have to pay. We have to pay in terms of many natural disasters, many natural calamities. So here it is given. As a result, human beings use them indiscriminately, and this has led to the following major problems. You see, here you will get one question. Write down the problems that occur due to the indiscriminate use of resources. So directly you will write this 2 and this is a 3. 3 points you have to write. So what is that? First, depletion of resources for satisfying the greed of a few individual. In order to fulfill the greed of a few individual, the resources are getting depleted, wasted. धीरे धीरे they are losing their importance, they are losing the quality and quantity of them. Next, डू यू थिंक ये जो डिप्लीशन ऑफ रिसोर्स हो रहा है किसी इंडिविजुअल का नीड फुलफिल करने के लिए, वो क्या सारे इंडिविजुअल के नीड फुलफिल करते हैं? नहीं. अ फ्यू पीपल their need is fulfilled. As a result, it is dividing the society into two segments, that is haves and the have nots, or rich and poor. Coming to the third, that is what? This indiscriminate exploitation of resource has led to global ecological crisis such as global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution and land degradation. Our natural resources are getting wasted because of our indiscriminate use. We human beings are not at all using the nature. We are exploiting the nature. We are devastating the nature. We are creating more calamities for us. We are killing ourselves. We are killing our future. We are not only killing our future, we are also killing our mother earth, who provided a lot to us, but we are in return killing it. So in order to check this, there came an importance of checking the development, checking human utilization. How? An equitable distribution of resources has become essential for a sustained quality of life and global peace. आपको अगर ग्लोबल पीस चाहिए, तुम सोचो अगर सोसाइटी में हैव एंड हैव नॉट रहते हैं तो उनके बीच में जो गैप रहता है उसी के वजह से तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स होते हैं. और ये पीस not only that regional peace, it will lead to the global peace also. Similarly, in the world there are have countries and have not countries, rich and poor countries. As a result, there is a conflict between them. So in order to attain a global peace, it is necessary to go for a equitable distribution of the resources. That is, resources should be equally distributed throughout the world. Everyone should get every resource that whatever they need. So in order to go for this, in order to solve the problem in the future that we may get, that is, if the present trend of resource depletion by few individuals and the countries continue, then the future of our planet is in danger. Dear students, it's not only the future of the planet, but it is the future of the human civilization which will be in danger. So in order to check this, therefore resource planning is essential for the sustainable existence of all forms of life. Sustainable existence is a component of the sustainable development. So in order to go for a sustainable existence, we need to go for sustainable development. अगर आपको ज़्यादा दिन तक जिंदा रहना है तो फिर आपको ज़्यादा दिन तक ऐसे डेवलपमेंट को करना चाहिए, सो दैट वो डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस आपके लिए और आपके फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए और आपके एनवायरनमेंट के लिए अच्छा साबित हो. सो चलो, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. फॉर दैट आई विल डेवलप दिस सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट इनटू a few parts. You see, this is my A is cutted, so you see there are 3 words here. So this is sustainable development. What is the meaning of this sustainable development each? So I can go with the sustainable development into 3 words. So the first one is sustain, the next one is able, the next one is development. So you see, the development, this is a development which makes you able to sustain for a long time period is called as a sustainable development. तो ये सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट क्या करता है? ये आपकी ज़रूरतों को पूरा करता है, आपके फ्यूचर जनरेशन की नीड्स को भी फुलफिल करता है, उसके साथ ये चेक करता है कि देयर शुड नॉट बी द डैमेज ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट. मतलब ये it is fulfilling the need and demand of the present generation as well as not compromising the need and demand of the future generation. At the same time, it is also trying to get development without damaging the environment. मतलब आपका डेवलपमेंट ऐसा होना चाहिए, इसके ये 3 ऑब्जेक्टिव के साथ आप डेवलपमेंट करोगे तो आप भी खुश रहोगे, आपका फ्यूचर जनरेशन भी खुश रहेगा और आपका नेचर भी खुश रहेगा और आपका ये जो फ्यूचर है ना, ये फ्यूचर भी आपका डेंजर में नहीं आएगा, ये प्लैनेट भी डेंजर में नहीं आएगा और आपका फ्यूचर भी डेंजर में नहीं आएगा. तो ये जो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का कॉन्सेप्ट था, इट वाज फर्स्ट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड in the Earth Summit of 1992 at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where 100 delegates of different states they met and they talked about the environmental protection and they came up with the Agenda 21. This Agenda 21 is very important. Why? Because it was very, very flexible. This Agenda 21 was such a agenda which was flexible. Means what? आप ये एजेंडा 21 के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अपने हिसाब से बदल सकते थे. अपने हिसाब से मतलब ऐसे नहीं कि खुद की चॉइस से, नो. इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव आप कुछ भी बदलो, आपका प्लान प्रोग्राम कुछ भी रखना है रखो, लेकिन वो प्लान एंड प्रोग्राम्स ऑफ द एजेंडा 21 शुड बी एमिंग एट ओनली वन थिंग, दैट इज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट को सामने रखते हुए आप अपनी एजेंडा 21 के प्लान्स एंड प्रोग्राम को खुद अपने लेवल में बदल सकते हो. जैसे कि हर एक देश का सेम प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हर एक देश सेम टाइप का पोल्यूशन नहीं करता है, हर एक देश में सेम टाइप के रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो उनका एक्सप्लॉयटेशन रेट ऑफ द नेचर इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट सेम. तो फिर वो सब कोई सेम रूल्स क्यों मानेंगे? अपने हिसाब से वो अपना रूल क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उनका एम एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव सब कुछ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट ही रहना चाहिए. So this Agenda 21 is very, very important in the history of sustainable development and also in the history of humankind. Coming to the next part is resource planning. आप रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट अगर चाहते हो तो आपको रिसोर्स प्लानिंग करना पड़ेगा. प्लान करोगे तभी तो डेवलपमेंट आएगा. कुछ भी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एम्स आप बनाते हो वो सारी चीज़ कैसे पॉसिबल हो सकते हैं अगर आप उसके लिए कुछ प्लान बनाते हो तब. तो ये प्लान जो है ये क्या है? ये रिसोर्स प्लानिंग होता क्या है? प्लानिंग इज़ अ वाइडली एक्सेप्टेड स्ट्रैटेजी फॉर जुडिशियस यूज़ ऑफ रिसोर्स को जुडिशियसली यूज़ करने के लिए एक प्रॉपर स्ट्रैटेजी जो होता है वो होता है प्लानिंग. तो फिर अभी सवाल ये आता है, रिसोर्स प्लानिंग ज़रूरी क्यों है? भारत जैसे देश में रिसोर्स प्लानिंग की आवश्यकता क्या है? व्हाट इज़ द इमरजेंसी ऑफ this resource planning for a country like India? Yes, dear students, here you will get one question, that is, explain the reasons for resource planning for a country like India, or why do we need resource planning for a country like India or for India. So what are the answer? In this paragraph you will get the answer. So let me tell you what are the answer. So the first answer is, the first point is, for a vast country like India, resource planning is very necessary so that the available resources can be used judiciously and properly for a long period of time, so that the present and future generation of the country will be in benefit. Second, the resources available in India is highly uneven. Every resource is not available in every part. Along with that, all the resources are not found in India. So for some resources, we are deficient in some of the resources. So for some of the resources, we have to be dependent upon some, for which we need to go for a proper management. Third point, every part of India, there are some regions which can be considered self-sufficient in terms of the availability of resources, and there are some regions which have an acute shortage of some vital resource. Why? That is, you see, one thing is coming here. States like Rajasthan, states like Rajasthan are blessed with wind and solar energy, whereas they are not at all having the water resource, for which is the very important, very basic need of every person in that area. Every person, every individual need water. So similarly, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim are blessed with forest. They are blessed with heavy rainfall, but they also face the problem of acute shortage of water. Why? Because in Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh, they don't have the storage facility, as they are the mountainous region and it is difficult for them to store the water. That is why they face the problem of water shortage. Similarly, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim are not blessed with huge amount of agricultural land, as they are in the mountainous region. So all the states are not blessed with everything. Like Punjab and Haryana are called as the granary of the nation, at the same time they are not blessed with any minerals. Does it mean that they will never need any kind of minerals, or does that mean that Jharkhand, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, like states which are blessed with minerals, will not require the grains, will not require the agricultural products? So every state require everything. For that reason, in order to provide them everything, we should go for that. At the end, you can add this point, or you can make it the fourth point, that is balance. In order to provide a balanced resource planning at every level, starting from national, state, regional and local, it is necessary to go for resource planning. अगर आपको नेशनल रिसोर्स प्लानिंग करना है तो बैलेंस आपको लोकल लेवल में होगा, तो जाके रीजनल लेवल में होगा, तो जाके स्टेट लेवल में आएगा, तो जाके नेशनल लेवल में आएगा. तो इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोवाइड अ बैलेंस एट एवरी लेवल, यू हैव टू गो फॉर रिसोर्स प्लानिंग. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट, दैट इज रिसोर्स प्लानिंग इन इंडिया. इंडिया में रिसोर्स प्लानिंग कैसे किया जाता है? What are the stages of resource planning? Dear students, here also you get a 3-mark question. Write down the steps of resource planning in India. Write down the stages of development in, write down the stages of resource planning in India. That also same type of question. You have to write the answer directly which is given here. So the first one is, this is identification and inventory of resources across the region of a country. किसी भी देश में कहाँ पे कितना रिसोर्स है, पहला स्टेप में आपको वो कैलकुलेट करना है. पहला स्टेप क्या होता है? आपको रिसोर्स को फाइंड आउट करना है, कहाँ पे है, कितने अमाउंट में है, कितना क्वालिटी में है, कौन सा क्वालिटी, कौन सा क्वांटिटी, वो सब आपको निकालना है. ये है आपका फर्स्ट स्टेप. मैप बनाना है, ये डिपॉजिट यहाँ पे है, इससे 1 किलोमीटर दूर में और एक डिपॉजिट है, सर्वे करना है. ये सारे प्रोसेस आपके आते हैं फर्स्ट स्टेप में. सेकेंड में आपका आएगा, अभी आपके पास पूरा मैप बन गया है, सर्वे आप कर लिए हो, क्वालिटी क्वांटिटी सब कुछ का एस्टिमेशन हो गया. अभी सेकेंड पार्ट क्या होता है? इवॉल्विंग अ प्लानिंग स्ट्रक्चर. अब आप प्लान बनाओगे, मेरे पास इतना सामान यहाँ पे है, मैं उसे कैसे निकालूंगा? व्हाट टाइप ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी डू आई नीड, देन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ स्किल डू आई नीड, इंस्टीट्यूशन, कौन सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यहाँ पे बनेगा, कितना बड़ा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा या फिर कितना बड़ा इंस्टीट्यूशन होगा, उसमें कितने लोग चाहिए, कितने लेबर्स चाहिए, कितना क्या स्किल चाहिए, कहाँ से टेक्नोलॉजी लाऊंगा, कहाँ से क्या लाऊंगा, कितना पैसा चाहिए होगा, हाउ मच कैपिटल डू आई नीड, ये सारे चीज़ आपके सेकंड में आएंगे. इवॉल्विंग अ प्लानिंग स्ट्रक्चर एंडोर्ड विथ अप्रोप्रिएट टेक्नोलॉजी स्किल एंड इंस्टीट्यूशनल सेटअप फॉर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग ऑफ अ रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट प्लान. अपने प्लान को सामने रखते हुए वो प्लान को कैसे सक्सेस करोगे, उसके लिए ये सब प्लानिंग स्ट्रक्चर बनाना, ये आता है सेकंड में. थर्ड, आपने प्लान बना लिया, लेकिन एट दैट टाइम द कंट्री इज नॉट रेडी. You have to match your resource development plan with the overall national development plan. Every year the country is having a budget. Suddenly or without thinking they cannot go for a heavy expenditure. So budget के साथ मैच करेंगे तभी जाके something can be done. This year हम करेंगे या फिर next year उसको develop करेंगे. That will be decided after matching your development plan with the national development plan. मतलब आप कितना पैसा इसमें, अगर इसको हम दिस प्लान एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, देन दिस मच ऑफ मनी वी हैव टू स्पेंड, देन हाउ मच मनी द कंट्री कैन अफोर्ड दिस ईयर, all these things they will study, then only they will go for the execution of their project. Okay, so India has made concerted efforts for the achieving of goals and resource planning right from the very first 5-year plan. मतलब जब हमारा फर्स्ट 5-year प्लान बना था आफ्टर 1947 इन 1951, देन वी फाउंड, मतलब आपके हाथ में पहली बार जब आपका शासन आता है तब आप क्या सोचोगे, मैं कितना कुछ कर सकता हूँ, अभी मेरे पास अपॉर्चुनिटी है, मैं करके दिखाऊंगा. सो इन आवर फर्स्ट 5-year plans to till now we are trying to do our best, we are trying to solve all the problems that our country was facing. So now we are able to do it. So from the first 5-year plan we started for the resource planning and development. So अभी सवाल ये आता है, अगर रिसोर्स आपके पास अवेलेबल है तो क्या डेवलपमेंट आपके देश में आ जाएगा? Any country having resources, huge number of resources are available in the country, can it be a reason for the development of the country? No, it is not only the reason. Only availability of resources cannot bring development to the country. The availability of resources is a necessary condition for the development of any region, but mere availability of resources in the absence of corresponding changes in the technology and institution may hinder the development. आप यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल ले लो अफ्रीका जैसे कॉन्टिनेंट का, which are blessed with the most precious resources of the world, diamond, platinum, gold, silver, but they are not developed like other countries, other continents. Japan is not having any minerals, but Japan is one of the most developed country of the world. India is blessed with a lot of resources, but India is not able to compete with countries like USA and all. I agree, USA is also having a lot of resources, but talking about India. So here comes what is the reason? इंडिया में तो रिसोर्स इतने सारे हैं, तो फिर इंडिया डेवलप्ड क्यों नहीं है? अभी भी वो डेवलपिंग या फिर अंडर डेवलप तो हम नहीं कह सकते. इंडिया इज डेवलप्ड बट नॉट डेवलप्ड लाइक यूएसए, जापान, चाइना, उन लोग के जैसा डेवलप हम नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि हमारा ये जो डेवलपमेंट है, it was paused, 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 it was stopped for some time period. Some time period means 200 years के तक हमारा डेवलपमेंट पॉज हो गया था, एक जगह पे बैठ गया था. क्यों? रीज़न था हमारे अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्स. हमारे देश में रिसोर्स इतने ज़्यादा अवेलेबल थे कि वी वेर कॉल्ड एज द गोल्डन बार ऑफ द वर्ल्ड ड्यूरिंग द एंशिएंट टाइम. एज ए रिजल्ट पीपल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कंट्रीज दे गॉट अट्रैक्टेड एंड दे स्टार्टेड कमिंग टू इंडिया लाइक द ट्रेडर्स, बट द ट्रेडर्स they started ruling us. They become our authority. We became their slaves. We were colonialized under the Britain for nearly 200 years, and that is the reason for which our development could not be in the same speed like it was. So here it is very rightly written, therefore resources can be contribute to the development only when they are accompanied by a appropriate technological development. मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी आपके पास नहीं है, बस रिसोर्सेस है, तो डेवलपमेंट कैसे आएगा? टेक्नोलॉजी भी तो चाहिए, वरना पोटेंशियल होके रह जाएगा. पोटेंशियल नहीं, वरना आपका स्टॉक या रिजर्व होके रह जाएगा. रिजर्व इज अ सबसेट ऑफ स्टॉक. स्टॉक क्या होता है, आपके पास टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं है इसलिए आप उसको यूटिलाइज नहीं कर पा रहे हो, ये सारे स्टॉक बन के रह जाएंगे. So technological development is also necessary. Next what? Institutional changes, good organizations are also required through which we can go for the development. India has experienced all these in different phases of the colonialization. Therefore, in India, development in general and resource development in particular does not only involve the availability of resource. और क्या करता है फिर, ये अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्स के साथ साथ टेक्नोलॉजी, क्वालिटी ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स एंड हिस्टोरिकल एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ पीपल को भी इंक्लूड करता है. ओके, सो अगर आपको सवाल आता है इस अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ रिसोर्स इज द ओनली बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एनी रीजन, explain. Then you have to explain these things from this part what I just said you. Now the last part of the today's topic, that is conservation of resource. Dear friends, कंजर्वेशन मीन्स व्हाट, अगर आप प्लानिंग कर रहे हो तो आपका कंजर्वेशन ऑटोमेटिकली हो रहा है. वो कहते हैं ना, एनर्जी कंजर्व्ड इज एनर्जी क्रिएटेड. आप एनर्जी क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते लेकिन आप कंजर्व तो कर सकते हो. अगर आप रिसोर्स को कंजर्व करोगे तो आप रिसोर्स को क्रिएट भी कर रहे हो. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ रिसोर्स. तो सवाल ये आता है कंजर्वेशन करेंगे क्यों, व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड द कंजर्वेशन. हियर आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू 5 रीजन्स फॉर विच यू शुड गो फॉर द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ रिसोर्स. द फर्स्ट रीजन इज resources are limited in nature. They are not ubiquitous, they are limited. They are found in few pockets, they are not found everywhere plentifully, they are not found. So we need to go for a conservation of them. Second, along with being limited, they are unevenly distributed throughout the world, throughout the country. That is why every place, every country, every state need them. So in order to go for a proper planning of them, proper distribution of those resources to every individual who need them, we need to go for a conservation of them. They are not evenly distributed throughout the country. Third point, some of these resources take a lot of time for the concentration of them, for their formation. Some of the resources take a lot of time. Who are they? The fossil fuels. The fossil fuels like your what? Natural gas, petroleum and coal. They take millions of years for their formation. If we will not conserve them, then definitely our future generation are going to scold us. हमें कोसते रहेंगे वो लोग, क्या रख के गए हैं आप लोग हमारे लिए, पैसा रखने से क्या होगा. We need the resources, not the money. Money cannot buy anything. Dear friends, you can see now the situation of corona. Even the money cannot buy you a life, a oxygen. So the fourth point, some of the resources are taking millions of time for their formation. Plus the fourth point says some of such resources do not have any substitute. मतलब वो ख़त्म हो जाएंगे तो उनके बदले में और कोई है ही नहीं to take their place. वैसा सिचुएशन में आपको तो उनको हर हाल में सेव करके रखना पड़ेगा, हर हाल में उनको कंजर्व करके रखना पड़ेगा. ओके, so the last one, that is the topic that we just discussed some time before, the sustainable development. So the fifth reason for which we should go for conservation is sustainable development. So now coming to the last part. For this, Gandhiji said very rightly that there is enough for everyone's need, there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. He placed the greedy and selfish individual and exploitative nature of the modern technology as the root cause for the resource depletion at global level. अगर global level में resource depletion हो रहा है तो वो बस हम humans के वजह से हो रहा है. We are in terms of our fulfilling our need के साथ साथ हम हमारे लालचों को भी फुलफिल कर रहे हैं. हमारे लालच की वजह से रिसोर्स डिप्लीशन इज टेकिंग प्लेस इन द वर्ल्ड. एंड हियर यू कैन सी, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नेवर इग्नोर. ये जो आपका रहता है पैराग्राफ रहता है, इसको कभी इग्नोर मत करना है. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आपको आ सकता है. दिस डेज ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस आर कमिंग, सो यू शुड रीड ईच एंड एवरी पैराग्राफ दैट इज देयर इन द बुक. So in this it is some good points are given, like at the international level the Club of Rome advocated resource conservation for the first time in a more systematic way in 1968 and subsequently in 1974. Gandhi and philosophy was once again presented by Schumacher in his book Small is Beautiful. This book is really beautiful. You all should go for it. Once in a life, you should read this book. The seminal contribution with respect to resource conservation at the global level was made by Brundtland Commission report in 1987. This report introduced the concept of sustainable development, and after that in 1992 you got the Earth Summit. Okay, and he advocated it as the means of resource conservation. अगर resource conservation चाहिए तो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट लाओ, वरना रिसोर्स कंजर्वेशन हो ही नहीं सकता है. विच वॉज सब्सिक्वेंटली पब्लिश इन अ बुक एंटाइटल्ड आवर कॉमन फ्यूचर. यही कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में आवर कॉमन फ्यूचर बुक में उन्होंने लिखा था. अनदर सिग्निफिकेंट कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन वॉज मेड बाय द अर्थ समिट in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 1992 as a result of this book. So with this, the second part of this chapter is end. You all can go through the notes which is there in the description box. You can go for the blog which is there, and for more updates from this chapter, keep subscribing the channel and keep viewing the videos that I'm going to upload. Have a nice time all of you.